Alright, today we have this Impala and we're going to go ahead and replace the muffler on it. It's been rusted out and failed inspection. But give you guys a look. You can see the side's pretty rusted and then it's actually leaking off right there on the top. You can feel it going out. But we're going to weld one in. So all we gotta do is take these two rubber hangers off right here. Then back here, we'll cut the pipe and then we'll slide new one in. Alright, so let me get the camera stand set up and then we'll go ahead and cut this old one off and get a new one put on. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and buzz this wheel off so we keep our saw in here a little bit easier. Right now we're going to go ahead and slice it here. I'm just going to use a reciprocating saw. And then our muffler actually is a little bit oversized, so it has a slot for this pipe to fit into. So we'll just go ahead and cut it right down here real close. We don't have to worry about taking any measurements or anything. Alright, that last little bit you kind of want to support. Support the muffler so it doesn't pinch your blade. Whoa. Alright, we're gonna let that sit there for a second. Alright, now all we gotta do is take these two little rubber hangers off. And I got these pliers right here. They're from a Lyle, where you get behind your and then push the stud through. It's a lot easier than using a pry bar or anything. The part number is there's a patent number. I don't really see a part number, but they're made in USA and they're like 20 bucks, I think, $15–20. All you gotta do is slide it through, squeeze, and it pushes it right out. Just don't push too far, because then you push it right in. Alright. Same with this one. Now I got our old one off, and as you can see, whole top of the channel is all blown apart. I mean, seams busted, and it's rusted through there and there and there. So we'll go ahead and put the new one in, and then weld one on. Now here's the replacement. This is a Walker. And then you see the end has a snub on it that's going to slide over where we cut. So first thing we're going to do just get that slid on back there. And this is that, so it's not going to fit perfect. Slide your grommets back on. I'm gonna get some soapy water spraying. Alright. Right. There you go. It's easier to slide the hangers on first and screw the muffler back. So I do there. Now we're gonna MIG weld this. I'll get you set up. We have this slip right here, and we'll go ahead and run a bead all the way around it. In this car, we'll let you know if we have plenty of room. Not all cars are gonna have this much room. You might have to drop the pipe down and then weld it on, and then hang it up. I know whenever I put cats in my truck, you know, it sat right up against the floor and it was a pain. You kind of got to tack it, then drop it down and weld it all the way around, and then put it all back in. Be nice if you had a lift though. You could, I'm sure you could get under it a whole lot better and see what you're doing. Alright, and just a disclaimer, I'm not a welder. I don't claim to be a welder. So I made two pieces of metal stick together, and that's what we're going to do. Alright, now this is 16 gauge metal. And I said I'm not a welder, so don't judge these welds. What I'll do is I'll weld, an inch at a time and kind of go all the way around it. You don't want to stay in one spot too long, because if you do, you're probably going to end up burning through. And then once you burn through, it's kind of a pain, because you're going to sit there, you're going to fight with it to try to get your holes to fill in. And that's what I was talking about. That's exactly what you don't want, is you don't want to burn through, but I did. Really, my wire, I have an 030 wire in here. 025 wire would be a whole lot better, but that's what I have. Well, if you do burn through, that's kind of what you do. You spot weld all the way around it until you close your hole up. Now, I'm going to turn the heat down on this a little bit. I know this is 16 gauge and it's a lot thicker. This might be 18 gauge. That's what I'm trying to say on this part of it, but this is old rusty pipe, so you really don't know what you got. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit and then keep on welding. I only have one little spot left, and it's this spot right here. You can't really see because your trunk's in the way, so I'm gonna try snaking around here. Get my weight in here. I'll move you guys a little bit. It's not it either. This is honestly the hardest part, is being able to get your torch in here to weld. Let me see if I can get a better angle underneath of it. So I said this is where the lift will come a lot. You know, once you have a hood on and you're laying on your back, you can't see what the hell you're doing. Thank you from here. I don't want to put my light through. The magnet on these Astrolites is pretty strong. There we go. That's out of the way. Oh, dude, I can still see it once I have my hood on. That's how it's it. I said these welds aren't gonna be all like the nicest to work better. I have the machine a little cold, so we're not burning all the way. We're not gonna have a super flat bead because I don't want to burn all the way through. So these welds are gonna be ugly. It's exhaust. It doesn't matter. I have a machine set real good right in here, but then, you know, I burnt through up top, so I just turned it down cold, and that's why I got some lumpy beads down here. And but it doesn't have to look pretty. It's just an exhaust. If I wanted it to look pretty, if I had a TIG welder, I would TIG weld it. But it's a piece of exhaust pipe. It's gonna rust out in a couple years anyway. You know, none of these aftermarket stuff ever seems to last as long as the OE stuff does. You know, the OE muffler lasted. This is in 07, so 10 years. This one might last 3 years, so don't spend a ton of time on it because you're just going to end up cutting it off in a couple years and replacing it anyway. Like I said, this is something if you have access to a welder, or you know, you have a buddy who knows how to weld or has a welder that'll let you borrow, this will save you a whole bunch of money. I mean, the shop wanted $300 to replace this. This was $50. It was $48 shipped to my front door. You know, because you take it to the shop and they said, oh, well, it's a welded assembly that you have to go from here all the way to the converter, and then you're looking at a couple $100 in parts. I mean, I got quotes from $300 to $500, and $48 in 20-30 minutes. I mean, it's seriously, if I was not filming this, it would take me 30 minutes to put this thing on, if that. probably 20 minutes. But I'll go ahead and fire it up, and we go ahead and run our hands around it, make sure there's no leaks, and then put the wheel back on and lower it down and be good. I say I wish I had a lift, because whenever you have a lift, you know, you're standing underneath of it, and you look up around it and use both hands, and whenever you're laying on your back, one hand's holding you up so you can look over it and trying to weld one-handed, but this will work. Touch much quieter. Leak free. Nice and fits. Get the light out of here before I forget about it. This is at Astro. The 4SL. This thing's awesome. Now, I've seen so many people with this light, and I've always wanted one. There's this magnet right here. I mean, it sits to anything, and I mean it holds it too. And I have some other ones that have magnets on it, but it doesn't want to hold. So far, I like it. It's pretty bright. I know it's daylight out now, but it still kind of helps with this camera getting light on stuff. But, and it's a bright light. They're on sale on Amazon too, $38. I know it's like almost half of what you saw them for whenever I first found them. They were like almost $60, but I almost want to buy another one, because my only complaint so far is it takes 3.5 hours to charge it, but it only lasts 3 hours. So you got a half hour, you know, say if you had 2 of them, you'd have a half-hour downtime, but it's an awesome light. I'll probably end up doing a video and a review on this, so keep a lookout on that. Like I said, yep. Let me get on the camera here. Yep. Lately I haven't been posting a lot of videos, but I live in Missouri, so during the winter it's cold, my garage is full, I can't really work in there. So today's actually pretty nice. It's like 55 out. It was 0-degree days all last week though. But like I said, sorry for not uploading as much as I want to. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.